Previously on the Sailing Family.
This is paradise. Why are we leaving paradise?
Cyclones.
Cyclones, yeah. Oh yeah, forgot. Not a great passage window. 5 days of motoring, then some wind south of New Caledonia. It's basically the worst. We would never leave on this passage window normally, but because it's cyclone season and there's a calm bit, we're just gonna take it. It's time to go. It is time to leave the cyclone zone. So farewell, Fiji. All right, so long, Denarau. It's been good to be back here 11 years later. Hopefully it's not another 11 years until we return again. This is it for now, for real. Last sight of land. Just the friendliest place on earth. We've spent 5 months here, we've loved it, but it is time. So goodbye, Fiji. Vinaka. We departed with 2 other foreign flag boats that also received the safe haven exemption into Australia. Our buddy boats on Sailing Nadine, a Hallberg Rassie, and Zatara, a 58-foot privilege. It's not a race, but there is a fishing contest, and Archer strikes first. Yeah, tuna diving on something. Holy cow, look at that, feeding frenzy.
Yeah, can I reel it in?
It is tuna.
Why aren't you letting it out?
Hold on, I'm trying to tighten it. Yeah, Hale, can you put me in? Oh, wait. He got off. He's off. How did we not catch a fish just now? Did you see that? That frenzy? Should we go back? It's right over there. Can't believe we lost it.
Get out of the way.
All right, so Reese. Okay, so you're on camera. All right, so this is what we're gonna send to Santa Claus.
Yeah.
So tell us your name and how old you are.
My name is Reese Thomas Hynes. My name is Pierce William Hynes. I'm 9 years old, and I'm 7 years old. So I'm gonna go through my name.
Wait,
My
hold on.
name is.
Who are you?
Sorry. My name is Hale Jefferson Hynes. On Sailing Vessel Archer, and on Christmas I'm gonna be in the middle of the ocean. And this is my Christmas list. My first one is a wish in Australia, petting a koala, cuddling with a koala, dog, stuffed animal, Lego, Kirby game. That's my most wanted Kirby Nintendo video game. Pokemon cards. Going to a rugby game in Australia. Hoodie towels. Our friends had these towels where they were like shirts kinda, and then they had hoodies but they were made of towels. Petting kangaroo. The one that I want the most, it's a watch. A watch. Because, and could it please be waterproof? A back scratcher because bugs are really biting my back. And that's all I have on my list. And then I drew a picture. I don't want all this stuff. I'd only want a few of them. And if I had one, it would be a huge dog stuffed animal or air hockey. Hail out.
Very good.
And I think I've been a really good child this year.
You do?
Yes.
You were just saying earlier that you thought maybe you had.
Too many things on my list.
Is
it's
it
just a wish list.
So you don't expect everything.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, hold on. So were you a good kid this year?
Yes, I was a very good kid this year. I gave a ton of Legos away, plus a ton of animals that I love very much.
For other kids that don't have things.
Yes.
You did. You gave away your stuffed animals.
I like to read to my brothers, and I always clean up. I let Reese and Pierce sleep with me in my bedroom.
Sure.
Very good brother. I'm a very good, big, amazing, really huge brother.
Reese is disagreeing with you.
Yeah, me too.
Are you a good first mate?
Yeah.
The little boy that came on and you gave him something.
Oh,
What did
and
you tell
this
Santa?
year we had some Fijians over for dinner that were our friends. And they had this kid, and I gave him my giant snake. Yeah, so I think I'm a good kid.
All right, good. All right, great job, Reese Beats.
Thank you, Santa. Cut.
So it's day 2. Pretty boring out here. 6 knots of wind, so kind of aid apparent when we're motoring. So we're motor sailing with a creature, and it is boring. The good news is the swell isn't that bad. Cyclone Yasa is a couple hundred miles over there still, so I'm actually surprised the seas were this calm. And we got Zatara over there on the horizon, there he is, and then Nadine 12 miles back. So we're just all kind of cruising together, chatting on the radio. Bored. 6 or 7 more days to go. Hopefully it gets more interesting. Sailing into the setting sun. Motoring into the setting sun. Heading west. Looks like we've got a Chinese fishing boat. He's probably long lining. It's funny he didn't show up on my AAS until 2.7 miles out. Good reminder to keep an eye out though.
What's going on here, guys?
We got a big fish. Well, medium fish.
We don't want to be worried about...
Crazy looking dude.
He's cool. Are you sure that's a wahoo?
Wahoo.
Alright, if you can get him up, I can get a good picture.
Are you trying to hook one with that?
Reese, sit down. I can't be worried about you guys falling off.
How was that wahoo we caught?
Good. Really good.
Was it? Hale, you don't love fish, but the other 2, you liked it?
Yeah.
Should we catch some more of those? Alright, what day is it?
Christmas Eve. And we get always gonna open one present on Christmas Eve.
It's our tradition to open one present on Christmas Eve.
Can we open?
You may open.
The president! Oh! What is this? This was the Lego set that me and you wanted last year. I called Doggy.
Oh, I think Doggy might. I think Hale might want Puppy.
I want the car. Pierce wanted that so much. I get this. Hot dog. I want hot dog. I want the dog. If I get puppy. No, Reese, I get puppy. Reese, I get puppy. Yeah, you get puppy. I want the car. I get the car. And Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas. Thank you for my hug. You guys remember this set?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. So what are each of you building?
I'm building the truck.
Cool. All right, it's Christmas Eve. So this is our 3rd day out here. Still no wind. Very, very flat and calm. In fact, all day today we've just been motoring. We've got no sails up at all, but it's nice and cloudy and cooler than normal. Seas are crazy calm. I don't know if you can see it or not, but over there is Zatara, somewhere over the middle of the screen there. And it is just flat. Flat. Nadine somewhere back there. And we're just kind of doing our family traditions. The boys get to open one present Christmas Eve. They're going to town.
So tonight's Grinch?
Yep.
We already watched the Grinch.
No, the original. One in. Oh! Kind of had a feeling that was going to happen.
And then my car goes in. My gosh,
There we got Zatara over there, about a mile ahead of us. Beautiful shot. So they just went into the wind to put up their full main. It's pretty cool, we're right next to each other. It's a couple hundred feet in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Alright, so it's Christmas Eve. Everything's ready. It's gonna be good. Never thought we would do a Christmas Eve passage. Oh, not exactly what we wanted to be doing. But I think it's just better than being in a cyclone. Looks pretty good though, huh?
It's, I think a lot.
Thank you, Santa!
A lot of
Santa! Thank you, Santa! Thanks, Dad.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Merry Christmas, boys.
He made it to the boat. I knew he would.
He did. I really was amazed.
Can we open one?
Yeah, let's take our, we'll take
Here's opens.
Well, I thought first we would call the grandparents and, make some phone calls. I'm just teasing. Pierce, you want to open your brother's one real quick?
Yes.
All right,
Open it.
let's open this. This is it. He's very excited.
Okay. Can he?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
There you go. What do you have? A baby Yoda.
Remember how he walked so cute? Oh!
Cool.
Merry Christmas, Pierce.
What do you say to your brothers?
Your brother's got you that.
Can I see him? Can I see him?
What?
Ticket kangaroo petting. Ticket koala hug.
What?
Ticket koala.
Okay, ready? Zatara, Archer.
What are you doing, brother?
We just want to sing you a little song. Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
That was good. Merry Christmas to you guys. Did Santa come?
Yeah! Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. The Batmobile lost a wheel and the Joker got away. Hey!
We have some true musician, linguistic people over here. All I want for Christmas is an Iridium Go.
All I want for Christmas is you. Alright, so the European model shows when to pick up December, tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to turning the engines off.
I need to sail with no engines for 3 or 4 days to ensure I got enough fuel.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem. I think we're gonna hit that, across that trough and be jamming. It's cooler in general. It's definitely less humid. And last night was much cooler than the night before.
I actually had to pull a sheet over me last night.
Were you getting cold?
Was, but then I had a dream about you and I warmed right up.
Oh man. Is it okay if I put this on YouTube?
Sure is. I want everybody to know how you swing.
Alright, buddy. Can't wait to spend 2 weeks with you in quarantine. Merry Christmas, everybody. Be a cool sail if it was filled with air. What's up?
Merry Christmas!
Hey guys,
Merry Christmas!
what's going on? Wave everybody, everyone come on.
And there's Archer. It's a very merry Archer Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Woohoo! Oh!
Oh, got it. There you go.
Good. I got it in my eye. Yeah. Oh.
Hello, Archie. You notice I'm in the lead here.
Oh.
A little lead, but I am in the lead. I'm in the lead by half a boat length. This is the small lead, but I'm going to keep that lead.
You're a winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Oh, you're going slower than me right now.
I don't have no engines going.
None? No engines?
All right.
I know, we're getting close. All right, guys. See you guys. Very, very cool. All right, open up your, well, I don't know how we're doing this.
They can all just pull it out.
I got a blue one. Blue one.
Look at that thing.
Oh my god! That is a school. Wind up toy!
You two are dancing. Look, they're dancing together. Santa's pecking the camera.
Oh, it's still going. Oh. All right, I'm in the sun. All right, it is Christmas. So we left on 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 20. It's 4 days at sea now. 4 days of complete, utter monotony. Just motoring, kind of motor sailing every now and then. Like maximum wind speed we've seen is 10 knots. And this is what it looks like. It's beautiful. It's calm. It's a good way to ease back into cruising life. But man, it is boring. So we've had some great fishing success, but that's really about it. Zatara is still over there, about a mile off our starboard side. No sailing. It is flat, 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 flat. So we're ready for a little more excitement. Kind of careful what you ask for, but this is kind of crazy.
On here, Seth.
Got a good fish.
Guys,
Fine.
don't start playing.
Whoa, look at that guy.
Look where that water is. Well, except for the stuff on the top.
Okay, Hale, what you got there?
Dorado, mahi mahi. Ooh, look at the colors. Look at the colors, Hale. That's a big one too. Look how beautiful. Whoa. Stay there. Stay
It's okay,
calm.
we're trying to let you go.
Stay calm. That is a beautiful Christmas sunset. I mean, this sunset, Christmas sunset, is ridiculous. There you see New Caledonia, first sight of land. And our good buddy Zatara sitting there motoring right next to us, like glue. We motor at exactly the same speed. Well, motor sailing. It's an incredibly infuriating day, actually. Shouldn't have been complaining yesterday. Today, we have 5 knots of apparent wind, but we have the seas from this trough we're going to cross over. So we've got bumpy, lumpy seas and no wind to keep the sails filled. So even motor sailing now is kind of a chore. So our sails are flogging around, we're bouncing around, it's not as comfortable, and we're still going 5.9 knots. So it's not ideal. So the plan is today at around 2 or 4 this afternoon, according to the weather models, we should get some wind. So fingers crossed. It's wild. Look at that guy. Feels like we're just out in the middle of the ocean, but then a little fishing boat goes by. Guess we're pretty close to New Caledonia. We're sailing! We're sailing! We got 12 knots of wind and we're going 8, 9 knots. Finally.
I want to go 9. I want to go 10.
You want to go 10? All right. Beautiful now.
Yeah, hold it like a fountain.
Hold it up in your ear. There you go. Hold it right to your ear. Right to your ear. Can you hear him?
I also got 2 Lego sets. Christmas, and thank you for the wildlife adventure presents. And I also got a set with a super rad car.
Oh, yeah, you put it on your ear.
Hi, Nana and Papa.
Hale, hold it on your ear and just talk to it. There you go.
So you don't know what a regular
Yeah.
phone is.
Hold that right on your ear. There you go.
You did it perfect.
What? And we got a lot. Merry Christmas! I love you! I miss you so much. I wish you could be here.
Finally jamming. The wind is perfect. It's 15 knots, true. It's right on the beam, and we're going 9, 10 knots. There's our 9. And here's Zatara. He's going 8.7 knots on his AIS. It's pretty good. It's been fun sailing with Keith and Renee and Jack and Finn and Kate. They've been a lot of fun to have around. They've just basically been motoring next to each other the whole trip. But now the race is on. Today we're about 775 miles to go to Australia. The wind is up. The race has started. So far I'm winning the fishing contest. Archer has got 2 wahoos, or 1 wahoo, 2 amberjack tunas, and 2 dorados. So we're doing pretty good on the fishing contest. The sailing contest, we should win. This should be our thing. We should be crushing a privilege. It's about privilege, it's not about racing. Anyway, we should be killing them. And I'm impressed with how they're sitting over there going about a half a knot, maybe a knot slower than us, but it's not a huge difference. So he's a 58 footer, we're a 51 footer. The big question, I guess, will be once we go downwind, if we go downwind on this passage, what will the boats do then? But pretty fun to see what different boats do, and so far I'm impressed with Privilege 585. It's seriously rough out. Sea state is pretty crazy. But we're jamming still. We're going, we got 1 reef in the main now, and we took the reacher in. So we've got our Genoa and 1 reef. And we're still cranking around 8, 9, 10 knots. Zatara. There's Zatara right here. What's up, Keith?
Hanging in. How you
Doing pretty good. Just chatting to my camera and talking about how everything went to hell.
That's pretty rough at it.
All right, you guys. Have a safe evening, and we'll talk in the morning.
Yeah, y'all take care. I'll probably be in the radio range in the morning.
Looks like you will. I'm going to try to outrun you a bit. I think you'll be hanging on. Oh. So it is morning of the 27th. So it'd be 6 days at sea, including our day of departure. And man, the wind has turned on. It is so different than the first 4 or 5 days. Yesterday, as you know, we got a crazy amount of wind, and now we are jamming. So fortunately, Zatara has fallen back behind us. I can't see them on AIS anymore. I'm about to give Keith a call, kind of see where they are. And we're jamming. We're kind of sustained 9 to 10s. We've got 1 reef in the main up. The wind's kind of around 20, 21. But this reach that we're on is just pushing the boat forward fast. We're definitely keeping our speeds up. We're 11.9. So we're moving. But let's get Keith the ring and see where he is. Zatara, Archer. Might be getting too far away where you can't even hear us anymore.
You kind of figure things out.
Feeling better, Hale?
Now, moving the
Hi, Pierce.
The police seem busy searching lockers.
You're chipper.
Hopefully no one bothered.
Are you chipper?
Just before the fight finished.
Breakfast for people feeling seasick. All right, so I've just been texting back and forth with Keith. We're just going back and forth about which boat's better and what the trade-offs are. It's pretty fascinating. So we left with basically two very different boats. 58-foot Privilege, a much longer, much wider catamaran. It's all about comfort. He's got 2 generators and compressors and storage of the yin-yang. It's just a very different boat than what we have here. And we have a performance cat, and ours is 51 feet. So it's been fun. We motor exactly the same speed, so we've held together for 4 days of motoring. He's used twice as much fuel because he's got much larger engines to push that weight through the water. But what was interesting was when we got to the wind, which was at first it was just a reach, 90 degrees right off the side of the boat. Both boats were about the same speed, which really surprised me actually. I think about sail area and to displacement weight is typically what I look at for performance, but it just proves true. The catamarans love a reach, and his boat was going about the same 9-knot speed that we were going. We were going maybe a little half a knot faster, but not by much. And so we really started this whole debate about, is it worth it? Is it worth buying a performance cat, or should you buy what he calls an expedition cat? And that's a very good question. What's been interesting though has been since then the wind has shifted a little bit more to a broad reach. So we're about 120 to 140 degrees off the wind now. And this is where this boat takes off. So we're now 18 miles ahead of him. It's been 12, 18 hours later. So in 12 or 18 hours, we've taken 18 miles. It's about 2 hours of sailing time, much faster. But is that worth it? Keith thinks no, for sure. He thinks that no, he'd rather have his space. He wants his expedition boat. He wants a 60 horsepower outboard and a center console. For us, I think we're happy. I don't want 2 generators. I don't want 7 air conditioners. I want a simple boat that's not going to break down and it's a little bit easier to maintain. Now, hey, that's my view, my perception. And if I had 3 teenage kids like Keith did, then maybe I'd have a different view. But for me, this boat is plenty big enough for us. We love turning back and looking at her sexy lines. We loved racing it in the Muscat Cup. So we enjoy the performance bit. We enjoy sometimes pushing it a bit and seeing it hit 11, 12, 15, 20 knots. Maybe not 20. But it's been fun racing this boat and enjoying it when we need the performance. We have it. Truth be told though, you get over 10 knots, it starts to get uncomfortable. People start to get seasick. The boat can do it, but can you? So that's a very good point and really interesting comparison between the Privilege 585 and the Outremer 51. How you're doing that when we're going 11.4 knots. Sure, that is possible. Where'd these bubbles come from?
Santa put him in the stockings. I got one! I got one! Look! I got you. Try to catch him. Yeah. I caught one. I went to taste it.
Bella Via, Bella Via, Bella Via, sailing vessel, Archer, Archer, Archer.
Archer, good morning, or fill out your flight, go ahead.
Yes, good morning. I'm just calling to make sure you're aware of my presence.
What is your intention?
So I'm under spinnaker. I can head further to starboard to try to pass north view, but it's more difficult for me to go to port. Over.
Roger that. So you can go to starboard. I will go as well. Starboard and port to port.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good morning.
You too. Archer standing by 16. Alright, so today is December 30th, so that is our 9th day at sea. I don't think we filmed anything yesterday at all. It's basically been like this, super flat, not a whole lot of wind for the last 2 days, and we've kind of just been motor sailing. Right now we've got the reacher up with 9 knots true wind. So Keith and crew on Zatara, they're now about 50 miles back. So we've had a bit of a diverging strategy. So once we got about 30 miles ahead of them, we were able to kind of maybe motor in and make it in before night. And they're just a little bit too far away to do that. So kind of two different strategies there. In the end, it's an interesting one. I'm pretty impressed with the Privilege 585. I don't know if all Privileges are that way, but his older 585 is pretty good on a beam reach. On a run, we were able to put those 15-30 miles ahead. In terms of motoring, he's used over double the amount of fuel. He's got much larger engines to have to push his much heavier boat through the water. Not that that really matters, but we've used about the same engine hours, just different amounts of fuel. So interesting comparison, real life scenario of two cruising cats, but for now, hopefully, Keith's not gonna like this, hopefully Archer wins the fishing contest and Archer wins the getting in earlier contest. So we've done pretty good. Could have done better maybe, but overall, not a horrible passage. So as we approach Australia here, you can see the coast, tons of boats going up and down the coast. We'll just be dodging those. We're motor sailing at about 8 knots and only 43 miles to go.
Please don't do that.
I know you look beautiful after a 9-day passage, but okay, so she's asked to take a shower because she hasn't done one in a while. She showers every day. I'm the one that doesn't. Southport, Seaway, Southport, Seaway. This is sailing vessel Archer.
Archer, Seaway Tower, go ahead.
Yes, good evening. We're an international arrival. We've never been through the bar before, through the pass. Just looking for any advice and any condition information you can share with us. We're about 5 miles out. Over.
Archer, Seaway Tower at the moment. Conditions are almost perfect. Light swell, no both the Seaway and the Seaway entrance, over.
Roger that. That's the info we were looking for. Thank you very much. Archer going back to 16. Did you hear that? Well, we made it. We arrived on our 9th day at sea, and because of the quicker sailing speed of Archer, we were able to avoid yet another night out in the ocean. It was surreal pulling into a major metropolitan area, and this was a smaller Australian city. But the jet skis and the boat traffic and the skyscrapers were unlike anything we had seen since Panama City. We anchored in the river and expected customs and the Australian Border Force to come by in the morning, but they were on us immediately. So join us next week as we are given 1 hour to vacate our home and head to mandatory hotel quarantine. It'll be a different episode for sure. Thanks for watching all.